Hello and welcome to the ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington for an epic showdown in the Western Indoor Soccer League. A championship of sorts that only two teams have experienced or won in the history of this Western Indoor Soccer League. Bellingham United, also known as the Hammers, taking on the Tacoma Stars Reserves here in what a lot of people are excited to watch today due to a very lively semifinal weekend last weekend. Stars Reserves took out Everett City FC, Bellingham United, besting South Sound FC 6-4. So an epic showdown of sorts. This game brought to you by West Coast Goalkeeping. Head on over to westcoastgoalkeeping.com. The leader in goalkeeping equipment and soccer equipment. Head on over to westcoastgoalkeeping.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship here today. And thank you so much to all the folks tuning in. My name is Ryan Perkins, and this broadcast is by the Ole Soccer Foundation Group and Cartwright Media.
Number 16, Gus Deal.
Folks, like I talked about a little earlier, only two teams have experienced a win here in the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship, and that history goes back exactly a decade. 10 years, folks, 10-year anniversary, special cup final here today between Tacoma Stars and Bellingham United. As you can see, a bitter rivalry is here. All those wins for Tacoma Stars, a majority of them against the Bellingham United Hammers. Bellingham besting Tacoma in a couple matches early on a few years ago, and then obviously Ole Penn Forest from Bremerton, Washington, kind of the early second-place team in the early WISL years. Bellingham and Tacoma Stars, perennial powerhouses here in the WISL. 10-year anniversary, we do want to give a shout. A decade of arena teams that have participated in the WISL. Vancouver Lightning, FC Olympia Artesians, South Sound FC, the Tacoma Stars, Ole Penn Force, Narrows, Snohomish Steelheads, Snohomish Skyhawks, Snohomish Sky, Sporting Everett, Everett City FC, Wenatchee Fire, Bellingham United, Portland Blacktails, and your older Arlington Aviators. That, folks, is the history of our WISL Cup final and our 10-year anniversary today. All right, folks, as ShoWare is going over the starting lineups for all of these teams today, we're going to start here on the broadcast with the Tacoma Stars Reserves. We have number 0 in goal, Luis Bureta. Number 6, Jeff Bader. Number 8, Amos Frihet. Number 12, Jonathan Leading. Number 15, Mark Lee. Number 16, Danny Minetti. Number 17, Gil De La Luz. Number 18, Isidro Prado Huerta. Number 19, AJ Nitzel. Number 23, Rainier Schleckaway. Number 26, Ismael De Luna. Number 28, Habib Berry. Number 32, Alan Berrigan. Number 34, Manny Nicasio. Number 41 in goalkeeper, Tony Pina. Number 80, Chris Lozano. Number 82, Cale Spence. And number 84, Stanford Stabbert. That is your roster for tonight's Tacoma Stars Reserves Championship team. Move on to the Bellingham Hammers. Number 00, Justin Savinon. Number 1, Riley Little. Number 3, Riley Burry Brown. Number 5, Sebastian Kent. Number 6, Judah Strait. Number 7, Ivan Collin. Number 8, James Salisbury. Number 9, Rich Henderson. Number 10, Christian Caro. Number 11, Aiden Fernandez. Number 12, Kevin Flavin. Number 14, Caden Seiler. Number 15, Danny Fazio. Number 16, Gus Deal. Number 17, Elliot Rains. Number 19, Spencer Wolf. Number 21, Gabe Jacobson. And number 22, John Lofstrom. We're going to take a short break as the ShoWare does the national anthem today here for the WISL Championship. Alrighty, folks, we're back here at the Showwear Center. If you're just tuning in, the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship here in Kent, Washington, at the Showwear Center, where the major arena soccer leagues, Tacoma Stars, actually play all of their home games. There's a game later tonight. We hope that you would come down to the Showwear Center today, but thank you for tuning in. For those of you that couldn't make it down here for the WISL Championship, we're going to continue on with our pregame show of sorts here for the WISL Cup Final. We did want to talk a little bit about MVP and end-of-year awards. For the WISL men in the Western Indoor Soccer League, Rich Henderson taking home the Men's Player of the Year. 20 goals, 17 assists, 37 points on the regular season. Rich Henderson, a WISL legend of sorts, over 200 goals scored. Also for the WISL women, Liv Larson scored 12 goals across the regular season and the playoffs. Liv Larson is a repeat offender and winning a cup final for the Snohomish Sky. She had a wonderful year and was a big contributor in that WISL Championship women's game the other day. So big congrats to Liv Larson and Rich Henderson. We do want to pay homage to all of the other players that made the first team offense and defense. Richard Henderson, obviously, on the offense for the first team on the WISL men. Craig Johnson of South Sound FC. Christian Carl from Bellingham United. Luis Bueta as the goalkeeper of the year for the Tacoma Stars. John Magnus from CFC, and Manny Nicasio for the Tacoma Stars. For the women, Liv Larson on the offense. Kristen McGuffey from Bellingham United. Alyssa Andrews from Tacoma Galaxy. Sarah Stokel from Snohomish Sky. Lisa Parker from Snohomish Sky on the defense. And Stephanie Spiegelman from Tacoma Galaxy. Congratulations to all of our first teamers across this 2024-25 WISL year. I want to thank our WISL leadership, J.J. Snyder, John Snyder, VP of Competition, also a major arena soccer league referee. John Snyder's been a part of the WISL leadership for a number of years. Also, John Crouch, WISL president. Started the South Sound FC over a decade ago, was a GM for the Tacoma Stars, now helming all of the big leadership for WISL, and want to thank those guys for putting this league on year after year. Mute me. Thank you so much, folks. A little technical difficulties over here in the booth, but thank you so much for tuning in. This game is underway here at Showwear Center. Here are the Bellingham United in the white. We have the Tacoma Stars in the blue with the orange lettering. This game is underway, 14-20 in the first period already. Riley Little in goal for the Bellingham Hammers, a longtime WISL goalkeeper veteran, now finding his way in between the sticks here at the Showwear Center at the Big Show. WISL Championship, as I will remind you from our pregame show, only two teams have ever won a WISL Cup final in 10 years. And you're seeing them on the field today as A.J. Nitzel for the Stars makes a break down the left side, shoots it against the wall. Riley Little with a big little save here off, because everything is up for grabs when it goes off the wall here in the WISL. Those wall hits, when they go off the near post, go right back in the middle. Big save by Riley Little from Bellingham. Play into the corner. Tacoma Stars. Mark Lee tried to make a play on it in the defense, but gobbled up by goalkeeping MVP Luis Bueta, but he beat Barry working his way down the field, takes a big shot, but Riley Little paws it away for Bellingham. But a little early aggressive countering here from the Tacoma Stars, making a break down that left side. Both sides, Aaron pass in the back. Gilday Luz ends up with it, but a big clearance by Bellingham. Lucky clearance as there was a shift change error for Bellingham. Tacoma Stars heads it across. It's a goal! Goal, Tacoma Stars. And a misplay in the back. Habib Berry looks like he got the scramble in the box and bested Riley Little for an early 1-0 score for the Tacoma Stars here at the ShoWare Center. Exactly the start that the Stars wanted on this March 1st, the 10th WISL Cup final. It's been a decade, folks, and Habib Berry opens the scoring for the Stars. Play just over the glass over here. An errant clearance from Bellingham. Number 5, Sebastian Kent, careening the ball into the ShoWare stands. Danny Minetti. Free kick. Sends it back to Luis Beretta. A little press here by Bellingham. Rich Henderson, number 9, doing a little press here as Chris Lozano sends it into the corner. Jonathan leading from the reserves, but a big clearance from Christian Caro and Bellingham. Ball trickling its way past the half line into the defensive third for the Stars. Luis Beretta ended up with the ball. Third championship for Luis Beretta. They have been, like I said, a powerhouse in this WISL League. Undefeated this year. Lowest goals against average, breaking the league record. Luis Beretta even getting time with the MASL pro team here at the Tacoma Stars here at ShoWare. So just a great keeper all around. West Coast goalkeeping, keeper of the year for the league. Luis Beretta from Yakima. A last-minute addition to the roster, Leon Tetsuka, number 86 from the Tacoma Stars. Running around up top, Gilda Luz with the ball. Sends it over to Manny Nicasio, number 34. A WISL alum, been around the league for quite a long time. Also getting minutes with the MASL pro team just the other day. First ever pro minutes. Manny Nicasio still with the ball for the Stars. Playing against the boards over here. Bellingham United really putting some pressure. Danny Fazio had a goal in the last game for Bellingham. Bellingham bench wants a handball call. Looks like they're going to get it. WISL crew today. Staying on point, probably the same crew that's going to be taking care of the MASL match after this. Bellingham working around the middle, point in the middle. Aiden Fernandez ends up with the ball, sends it on back to Gus Deal. Deal moving it around, trying to find the reset button. This ball is going to find its way all the way back to Riley Little. A couple big saves early in the game, but gave up a little goal against Habib Berry. 1-0 here in the first, 10:22 left in the first period of this WISL championship. DeLuna, number 26 from the Stars, gets the best of a 50-50 ball, and now the Stars are moving the ball around. Cale Spence, number 82, had a big semifinal game, 2-goal third period. It would turn out to be the deciding factor in that game. And an errant shot from Rainier, a PLU graduate, longtime WISL player. He's in his 4th year. Played with the Artesians, South Sound, and the Stars over the last few years. Great player, Rainier. Ivan Collin with the ball moving around, finding Caden Seiler. Seiler sends it down to Caro. Caro trying to find something with it. Carl, St. Martin's graduate, playing big hit. And pawed away by Luis. Bellingham starting to show some signs of life here in the offensive third. But a big shot by Aiden Fernandez. It's exactly what the Hammers needed in this game after going down 1-0 super early here. Signs of life here. Rich Henderson, WISL MVP and legend. Player coach of sorts. Coaches over at Whatcom CC. Definitely knows how to get points on the board, if you know what I mean. 20 goals in the regular season, 17 assists, averaging 3.1 points per game. The guy is an offensive machine. Look out. Bellingham sending it down low to Aiden Fernandez. Fernandez resetting back over to Gus Deal. Gus Deal trying to find a runner. Down into the center here. Caden Seiler finding an outside pass. Shot from Rich Henderson against the wall. Luis gobbles it up on the near post. I want to thank you folks for tuning in. Make sure and comment. Have some fun in there. Tell us all your feelings, all the good stuff. Any big plays, let us know. If you want to shout out on the broadcast, let us know. Luis sends a ball careening up above the crossbar. A goalkeeper shot, a little sweeper keeper. 0-0 Luis Biretta. WISL MVP this year, joining Sarah Stokel, goalkeeper for Homer Sky on the WISL women's side. Both of those keepers taking home WISL honors for best keeper by West Coast goalkeeping. Be Barry with the ball for the Stars. Going to send it back. Gil de la Luz has spent time with MASL too in the past couple of years for the Stars as a pro arena player. Also a frequent player in the USL. Manny Nicasio shoots just wide. Good read by Riley Liddell. Big save. Riley Little really made a big save there against Manny Nicasio. Nicasio scoring a really crucial goal in the fourth period last week in the semifinal against Everett. And Stars off the free kick, a big point-blank shot from Tatsuka, but a save by Riley Little, and Bellingham avoids going down 2-0 with a couple big saves from Riley Little. Riley making his way up the field, trying to open some space for the Hammers here at the Showwear Center. Crowd filling up here on this camera side. You can't tell. It looks probably empty on the other side, but there is a good couple hundred folks over here on our side. Thank you so much for all the folks that maybe watched this game that attended today's match to support the WISL. AJ Nitzel, a standout Tacoma player, has actually had several championship appearances and trophies to his name. AJ Nitzel, number 19 for the Stars. Tacoma makes a break, a big clearance by Bellingham. Yeah, AJ Nitzel, he's had 14 goals in the regular season, was their leading scorer for the Stars. Also had 3 assists in his name. Really good post-up forward, AJ Nitzel for the Stars. Always threatening, always a big presence, number 19 for the Stars. Number 27, Steve Moan, no stranger to the WISL and MASL. Steve Moan on the field, sitting over the top of the key. As Isidro Prado Huerta ends up with it, and a play down below. And a save by Riley Little. It looked like DeLuna didn't get a whole piece of that ball on the near post, and Bellingham makes her way down the field. John Lofstrom with the ball. 2 goals in the last game, arguably the player of the game for Bellingham in that 6-4 win over South Sound. It was a dominating win besides the scoreline. Bellingham went up early and never looked back in that Tacoma Soccer Center game, that semifinal last weekend. South Sound FC actually came in as the number 2 seed, taking on Bellingham, was a 3 seed. DeLuna ended up with the ball for the Stars, sends it off the wall on a shift change. The door was just happened to be closing, luckily, or else it'd be sitting there with Tony Pina on the bench, backup goalkeeper for the Stars tonight. And Hammers are going to get a free kick. On the right side of the field, Gusteel sends it down to Aiden Fernandez. Fernandez tries to make a play down below into James Salisbury. Salisbury sends it back to Gusteel. Gusteel moving it to the top. A big check from DeLuna, though. The ref doesn't like it. They're calling it. DeLuna checking the Bellingham player here right in front of the Tacoma bench. And the refs setting the tone. They're not going to put up with it today. Hammers moving it down into the corner here. Aiden Fernandez sends it across to Carl. Carl, one touch is a beauty back to Gusteel as they're looking for a little bit of daylight here, looking for that triangle of sorts. Got some transitioning shifts here As you can see, the Bellingham players up top trying to get some open space against those Stars defenders. Oh, and a play into the box. DeLuna ends up with a 50-50 ball, and Cale Spence making a break down the left side. He's alone. Ew, big stop by Gus Deal. By Bellingham, surely saving a goal-scoring opportunity. Massive Bellingham defensive play. Cale Spence, he had daylight, boy. It looked like he was going to go make it 2-0, but Hammer said, not today. Manny Nicasio moving down into the corner. Shoves it into the near post. Riley Little with a foot save. And a big check from Manny Nicasio. Physical play from the MASL / whistle player Nicasio. Just missed a near post with a Riley Little save. No call by the ref on that. Luis Beretta playing a little bit with Mark Lee here in the back, trying to find a runner. 2:58 here in the first period. 1-0 Tacoma Stars. If you're just tuning in, the Stars are in the blue with orange lettering. The Bellingham United Hammers of Whatcom County are sitting in the white. Ball careening across from Gil De La Luz. Doesn't find any feet with a far post runner. Would have been a great play for Gil if somebody was there. Bellingham looking for some movement here in the middle, trying to find a space to pass. Looks like a shift change for them. Couple new players coming on the field. Riley Burr Brown, number 3, coming onto the field. Up against the wall. Nicasio ends up with it, and he is fouled as they made a Manny Nicasio sandwich, a Stars sandwich of sorts. Manny Nicasio, low center of gravity, if you know what I'm talking about, tried to squeeze his way out of the defensive third out of trouble and gets hammered. Ball down the left corner over here. Thank you so much for dealing with me. We don't get to broadcast every single day and work on our boys. As you know, the Pacific Northwest has got a real treat of the influenza and norovirus in this area, so thank you for being patient with my voice. Tacoma Stars with a dangerous free kick in the corner here. Sends it back to Isidro Prado Huerta. Ball heads towards the far post, trying to find Tetsuka. Tetsuka finally ends up with it. Cale Spence trying to send a ball into the top forward here. Danny Minetti. I think I got that number right on that one. But Bellingham ends up with the ball. Gus Deal moving it off to the back. Sends the ball into Elliot Raines. Elliot Raines trying to make a play on it. Tetsuka gets right passed on into him from right into Luis Berretta's hands. Tacoma Stars has the ball. Kevin Flavin trying to move it around. Oh, excuse me. Jonathan Leading trying to move the ball around. Ends up with it. Number 12 here on this camera side. Bellingham trying to find something. Stars really in the face of the Hammers once it gets to that midfield. Lozano with the ball. A PLU standout graduate soccer player. Chris Lozano, been in the WISL League for a number of years. Number 16, Danny Minetti with the ball. Sends it into the corner to DeLuna. DeLuna, arguably one of the more top contributing players for the Stars this year. Passes it back to Jonathan Leading. Jonathan Leading trying to find some daylight here. Sends it to DeLuna, and that is going to be the end of the first period. 1-0. We had an early goal from Habib Berry to get the Stars on the board. This is the 10th WISL Championship. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back, folks. Show our center here in the Western Indoor Soccer League Championship, the Cup final of sorts. Tacoma Stars with an early 1-0 lead. Goal from Habib Berry. Definitely the difference here today. Bellingham trying to make their way in the middle of the field, but just not quite making it there. There's a couple good stops from Luis Bureta, but Riley Little definitely keeping the Hammers in the game. I did want to talk a little bit about the history of the WISL Cup final. This is the 10th year, and I know a lot of folks maybe had tuned into the pregame, but there's only been 2 teams that have won the Cup trophy here in the WISL, and that's Tacoma Stars and Bellingham United. History, a bitter rivalry, as the Tacoma Stars have taken the Cup the last 3 years, looking for their 4th in a row, but Bellingham United, no stranger to this place, having won 4 since the inception of the WISL League in 2014. And some of those early teams, especially the Ole Penn Force, almost made a play on it a couple years in 2016 and 17. But Bellingham and Tacoma, they've met here before. They've met here at the show where this is definitely a rivalry that can really get ruckus and nuts on the field, and we're so happy that you're tuning in today to see who's gonna call the champion of the 10th year of the WISL, the 10th WISL Cup final. DeLuna standing over the ball in the center circle, the Tacoma Stars giant sticker, probably not too fun to step on the field as the rest of the field is turf. Number 22, John Lofstrom in a track set to start the second period here. John Lofstrom having scored 2 goals for the Bellingham Hammers in the semifinals last week. Definitely a standout player for the Hammers in the postseason so far. Looking to maybe get Bellingham on the board here in a second. DeLuna faces the ball down in the offensive third. A little high foot action there. It looked like the ref might have be able to call it, but no challenge there. Chris Lozano takes the ball for the Stars into the corner, sends it off the near post, careens off the side of the post there, but just behind Riley Little, but somehow finds its way back into the front of the near post. DeLuna making a play on it. Big player compared to the Bellingham defenders here, muscling the ball around. Lozano still ends up with it, and it looks like the Stars are going to maintain possession. A.J. Nitzel kind of playing the point here, sends it down into Coster, and Coster shoots. Near post save by Riley Little. Beautiful foot save on the near post, stopping the shot from hitting that wall and careening it into the middle of the field. But it looks like the ref is calling 4-second violation against Riley Little. You don't see that call every day, and before you know it, Steve Moan is going to be taking a free kick here in a really precarious position for the Bellingham Hammers. Moan stepping over the ball, kind of dancing around, shoves it in the back of the net. He danced around, he Flintstoned his way into that free kick, and he sent it up into the upper V. Riley Little didn't have a chance on that one, folks. So a little errant call there for Riley Little with the 4-second violation leads to the Stars' second goal of the game. 13:21 left in the second. Tough go there for the Hammers, giving up the second on the night to the Stars. Steve Moan, no stranger to the whistle. Usually has a coaching hat on. Adam Becker, head coach today for the Tacoma Stars. Steve Moan, though, cranks it upper V on a free kick at the top of the key after a 4-second violation. And the shot coming in from Bellingham, he scores! Judah Straight responding so quickly, but gets hit on the follow-through of his goal. But what a crucial response from the Bellingham Hammers. Just after Steve Moan scored at the top of the key over here for the Stars, Bellingham marches down, and a big goal by Judah Straight, number 6. 13:01 left here in the second period, and the Hammers get on the board. A crucial goal to stay in this game. Stars have been known to score a lot of goals, not give up very many. Luis Bureta, MVP of the goalkeeping here in the WISL Men's League. If you're just tuning in, there's a couple hundred fans over here on the camera side that you can't see. I know it looks empty in the seats across the way, but there is a good 200, 300 folks that are watching this game, eagerly trying to see who's going to take the 10th Cup trophy in our WISL history. Big goal by the Hammers. And Tacoma down on the offensive third. Lozano with the ball, number 80. Looking to take it in the corner. Shuffling back to number 12. Jonathan leading, working around on Lozano. Lozano, number 80. Leading with the ball. Gets challenged by Elliot Raines, number 17. Elliot Raines, a physical player, got a nose for the ball. Stars tried to move it down the middle to DeLuna on the post forward, but finds its way to Riley Little. Little sends it off the boards, but Nicasio intercepts it, takes a shot off the board, right to Leading. Leading almost hits it off the board and into the goal, just happens to hit off the right side glass. Stars knocking at the door here in the 11:50 mark of the second period here in the WISL Cup final at Showwear Center in Kent. Ball up to Habib Berry. Berry still hangs on to it, sends it to Mark Lee. Mark Lee trying to make something of it, but it cleared out by Elliot Raines. Gil De La Luz, a little back and forth with AJ Nitzel. Nitzel turning on the turns here, cutting him up, makes his way, he's alone, he shoots, he scores! AJ Nitzel sends the ball home. It's 3-1. AJ Nitzel cut up that Hammer defense and was all alone with Riley Little and shoves it near post up in the upper V. Nothing the keeper could do. Point blank. AJ Nitzel was leading the regular season for the Stars with 14 goals. That's to make it 15 total on the year for AJ. Great goal. 3-1, 11:24 left in the second period. Hammers looking to respond. Big play coming up the field, though, as Gil De La Luz for the Stars tries to make a break for it. But number 12, Kevin Flavin, making a break for the Hammers, shoots near post. Oh! Sends it all the way across the box. No one there on the far post for the Hammers for a little tap-in. Hammers really wanted to make a response here, but that AJ Nitzel goal, 2-goal difference here with 10:45 left in the second period. Number 23, Rainier, sending it back to Luis. Luis sending it into the corner to Tetsuka. Tetsuka passes up to the top. Mark Lee to Rainier. Rainier to Cale Spence. Cale Spence knows how to score. He's a very dangerous player. Sends a weak ball down the boards to Riley Little, who sends it way up the field, trying to find a sprinting Hammer player. Uh-oh, keeper's out. Luis is out. And the shot comes in from Lofstrom up against the last defender, Rainier. Got a foot save on it as Luis came way out of the box. Very dangerous position, but a very good clearance by the Stars defender, Rainier. Bellingham with the ball, looking for the restart button here, trying to find somebody in the middle. No shifting going on by Bellingham, but he sends it into the corner. Bellingham looking to close this gap a little bit more here in the first half. Caden Seiler playing top of the point here for Bellingham. Gus Deal moving it. Just playing a little pass here, trying to find an open person in the middle. Gus Deal wearing the armband today. The captain's armband for the Hammers. Looking to work the ball around, sends it down low into the corner of Lofstrom. Lofstrom trying to get tricky with it against the wall, ends up in Luis Bureta's hands. Stars have the ball. Luis passes it to Rainier. A lot of heavy Full court pressure here from Lofstrom. Stars looking like a shift change strategy here. It sends it into the corner to DeLuna. DeLuna trying to bring it down. DeLuna gets it to the Hammers corner there, and Lofstrom sends it deep into the other side of the field. But Luis sends it right back to a post up forward. DeLuna. DeLuna, though, looking for a little pass off the leading. Couldn't quite get there. Luis sending down the corner to DeLuna again. DeLuna, big forward post-up body. Trying to find an opening, passing it to Nicasio. Nicasio back up to leading, passing it to Lozano. Lozano looking for somebody in the middle. DeLuna sitting on the far post, sends it off the wall, and a big save by Riley Little as DeLuna was trying to come across and maybe redirect that towards the goal. Good goalkeeping by Bellingham. Riley Little. Ball in the corner for the Hammers. Hammers can't seem to get anything going in terms of progress of going, working up the field, trying to find some structure and keeping the ball. Stars keep taking it and moving it downfield. So hopefully the Hammers can find an answer here as Habib Barry ends up with the ball. Pass into the back to Gil De Luz. Leading to De La Luz. De La Luz to Habib Barry. Little touch. It was a little scary for a second for Bellingham, but it goes up against the near post board. Into Riley's hands. Riley Little, part of some championship teams that have come here before to the showware. Looking to take home the 10th Cup final trophy. Stars making a break down the side, leading. Was going to go solo, a little ISO on that. The Hammers end up with the ball and an errant pass from Aiden Fernandez trying to find his top forward in the post forward position, but right to the Stars. There's a little challenge there. Fernandez trying to make something happen. A lot of physicality in that corner. Hammers scraping, trying to find something. Cale Spence, big throw from Luis off the far post as the side paneling is sticking out on the post over here after the shot careened off it. And a big hit from Rich Henderson. Rich Henderson, big save from Luis, a foot save as he tried to go far post, but referee calling physicality, and we have a push. We have some pushing and shoving happening between the Stars and the Hammers as 5:50 left here in the second period and some hot, heavy attitudes get in each other's faces. Never a dull moment in a WISL match. A little physicality. Never hurt no one, just a little bit. Rich Henderson trying to get something going, trying to stir the pot, maybe liven up his team and close this gap here in the second period. AJ Nitzel over the ball. Just a little earlier, cut up the defense. Just a wonderful player leading the Stars in the regular season for goal scoring, number 19, AJ Nitzel. Goal in today's game. Luis way at the top of the half line here for the Stars. Bellingham looking for an interception here, passing it. Oh, he's just 1 foot away from being all alone with Luis out of position. Number 12, Kevin Flavin for the Hammers, almost had daylight. Nicasio for the Stars ends up with the ball to AJ Nitzel. Nitzel passing it around. Look like they're developing some structure here in the Bellingham defensive third. An errant ball back over to Luis. Luis sends it cleared out to Manning. Manning flicks it onto to Tetsuka. Tetsuka, number 86, going to restart it back to AJ Nitzel as some shift changes occur for both the Stars and the Hammers. Cale Spence running down on the point. Cale Spence, couple goals in the semifinal against Everett City FC. Couple nice far post rips. Elliot Raines Takes the ball from the Stars and trying to make something happen on his own as he runs down the corner. Big hit. Number 18, Isidro Prado Huerta, looked like he got a big shove on the back of Elliot Raines. No call. Stars with the ball. Luis coming right back up the field. He seems to be at home more in the half line than in the in the box at the back of the field. And the Stars knocking over here as Lozano plays it back to Maniti. Maniti to Spence. The Luna posting up forward in the key. Luis, goalkeeper with the ball. Looking for the big hit to DeLuna, but doesn't quite make it. Number 15, Danny Fazio, intercepts it. And Hammers have the ball, looking for a post-up forward here. Elliot Raines got a choppy ball in the middle, couldn't bring it down. That was a tough ball. Cale Spence trying to hit it into Habib Berry at the top of the point here for the Stars, but didn't quite make it to him. Lozano trying to run coast to coast here at the Showwear Center. Lozano ended up with it. Number 80, he's fighting on the boards against Lofstrom. Lofstrom checks him into the boards. No call. Habib Berry kicks the ball down the line a little bit. Hammers end up with it. Oh, and a big push from Rainier, and that's going to be the call that they finally settle on. A lot of physical play here. 2:26 left in the second period. Again, folks, we're at the Showwear Center. This is the 10th anniversary of the WISL Cup Final. We've been going strong since 2014. And the first final was in 2015, and here we are 10 years later. These two teams, no strangers to the Cup Final scene. These are the only two teams that have won in the last 10 years, and they're duking it out today to see who holds the trophy. Play into the corner for the Hammers. Hammers finding a far post hit. Luis gobbles it up. Far post dive. Looked like it was going to kind of scramble out of his hands there, but he holds on to it. West Coast goalkeeping keeper of the year, keeping the Stars in the game. Lowest goals against average in the league. The Tacoma Stars after an undefeated regular season. Luis showing off his talent with a nice save. Gil De La Luz sends up a little chip over to Barry. Barry opened the scoring for the WISL Cup Final today with an early first period goal in the 13th minute. Played a little at Seattle U as the Hammers look to restart here. Riley Burry Brown sending it down into the corner. James Salisbury almost made a play on it. Was looking for a kind of a wall, score a hit, trying to find somebody in the middle. Just nobody quite there for the Hammers. As we have 55 seconds left in the second period, halftime just around the corner. Let's see who can get a crucial just before halftime goal here at the Showwear Center. Hammers trying to make something happen. Riley Burry Brown sending it across the back, all the way back to Riley Little, though. 30 seconds left in the second period. Trying to find some daylight here, sends it into the corner to James Salisbury. Salisbury ended up with it, sends it back to Seiler. Seiler to Gus Deal, into the corner. To Aiden Fernandez. Fernandez fouls it back to the Stars. 14 seconds left in the second period. Again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to the WISL broadcast today. Several hundred people in the stands over here for this championship. You can't see them on the camera, but they're here on the camera side. A lot of folks. Awesome to see the support for the Western Indoor Soccer League in this championship game. 2 seconds, one, and the final header goes errant. And we're going to go into halftime with a Tacoma Stars 3-1 lead in the 10th WISL Cup Final. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in, folks, at this WISL Cup Final. Alrighty, folks, we have a special presentation happening right now. WISL President John Crouch making a little announcement here for the Showwear Center with the WISL women. The Snohomish Sky took home the best team award here for having taken care of business against the Bellingham Hammers the other day in the WISL Championship for the women's side. This is the first year that the WISL has had women's soccer after acquiring the Northwest Premier League rights to the indoor. And the Sky are no strangers to the final. Had a very, very crucial end-of-year run where they won 4 games in a row to actually make it to the championship. Had a couple early losses, and it was some solid coaching from the Sky, some solid play. Liv Larson for the Snohomish Sky taking home the Player of the Year honors for the Snohomish Sky. Sarah Stokel was Goalkeeper of the Year, also a Snohomish Sky player. Just a wonderful program out of Snohomish County and Snohomish, Washington, a little beautiful town off the river up there. And the Sky have been a perennial powerhouse in the women's indoor league, even going back to the Northwest Premier League days. Jamie, owner and GM there for the Snohomish Sky, puts on a wonderful program. If you get a chance, visit Snohomish Sky on Instagram. Follow them, like them, support local soccer, and congratulations to the ladies of Snohomish Sky for taking home the WISL Cup final. They will be heading to the national tournament to represent the great state of Washington in the national indoor tournament. And we can't think of enough for making that trek and representing us. So, again, Snohomish Sky winning the WISL for the women's league this year. And folks, this is a really special thing here at Showwear. We have a few hundred people sitting in the stands here on the camera side, eager to see these gals get their awesome trophy here. And John Crouch, WISL president, doing a little bit of paying homage to the great year that the Sky had. Folks, we'll be back in a couple minutes. We're going to go a little bit over the sponsors of the cast today and the history of the WISL. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, folks, we're back here at the ShoWare Center. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on like a little phone or an iPad, or if you're watching on the big screen with all those new smart TVs that have YouTube apps and you're watching on HD, maybe you're just learning that for the first time, and now you're going to turn on your TV and go to your YouTube app and pull up the Western Indoor Soccer League YouTube channel. Watch us on HD. You can change the settings. And Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media and the Holy Soccer Foundation putting on a wonderful cast today here at the ShoWare Center, 10-year anniversary of the WISL Cup final. And folks, I can't tell you how much it's important that a small league like this continues to thrive and provide for the soccer communities and extra playing opportunities. Once upon a time, there was no playing opportunities like this. I can think back even for myself living in Thurston County and having to travel all the way up to when Starfire was first built, and that was the only place that we could really play. And really cool to see leagues popping up around the state and teams. And it's a really neat deal with the Western Indoor Soccer League to have their 10th anniversary cup final today. Again, Tacoma Stars taking on the Bellingham United Stars with an early 3-1 lead going into halftime. Key goals from Habib Berry, A.J. Nitzel, and Steve Moan. Some great play by the Stars. Hammers trying to make something happen with a goal from Judah Strait. But, folks, we're going to have a little fun with 4 minutes left in the halftime. If you could type in the YouTube chat. We like to have a little fun and have things a little interactive. I hope you guys are all behaving. I don't have access to the live chat, so I hope you're all behaving and having fun. And I know that's never the case. People like to really hammer each other sometimes. But if you could message in the chat who your favorite standout player was in the first half. Obviously, we have a few goal scorers and some great saves. Bellingham keeper Riley Little with some big foot saves, pawing out some big shots from the Stars. Also, Luis Biretta for the Stars making some big saves, a far post diving stop late in the first half. If you could put in the chat who your first half MVP would be for the WISL Cup final, the 10th WISL Cup final. We're also going to talk a little bit about the sponsors here. For the Western Indoor Soccer League, we have West Coast Goalkeeping, the official partner of the Western Indoor Soccer League, helping keep the lights on. Go to westcoastgoalkeeping.com. The leader in goalkeeper gloves, goalkeeper training equipment, apparel, you name it. West Coast Goalkeeping, based out of Maple Valley. Really was kind of a grassroots manufacturer for a number of years, but has really become a mainstay for goalkeeper equipment, arguably the biggest goalkeeping manufacturer now in the United States. West Coast Goalkeeping, we can't thank you enough for supporting the Western Indoor Soccer League. This is a Pro-Am Arena Soccer League. Some pros come in here, so a lot of college players, a lot of aspiring elite youth, guys that have maybe moved on from their pro careers or college careers that are still competing at a high level. Get a chance to play in a beautiful setting here in Kent, Washington at the ShoWare Center. This is home to the Tacoma Stars. Pro ranks, who actually are going to be playing shortly after this game in a pro major arena soccer league match, which is a nationwide professional arena league. There's a couple players even here today that have made it to the pro level. Tacoma Stars Luis Biretta, a goalkeeper, has got MASL minutes at the pro level. Manny Nicasio played the other day. He was a longtime FC Olympia Artesian, playing for the Stars now since the Artesians had to shut down operations when the Evergreen State College stopped or they repurposed the indoor facility down in Olympia. So Nicasio playing for the Stars the last year and actually getting pro minutes on the MASL side. So really exciting to see how the Western Indoor Soccer League functions in relation to the MASL. If you stand out here in this league, just like a name like Willie Spur, right? So Willie Spur, FC Olympia Artesians, went to the Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington, and was an Artesian, scored a ton of goals, was the career record holder for a number of years hovering around that 30 career goal mark for the Artesians. He signed a pro contract after playing 2 seasons for the Artesians, and he's bounced around the United States, playing for multiple major arena soccer league teams. And now Willie Spur is a professional with the Tacoma Stars in the MASL, which is a really unique step-up graduating opportunity here in the Western Indoor Soccer League. So support WISL. Make sure you follow at WISL Soccer on Instagram. Follow them on Facebook. Live updates, scores, news. I do want to pay homage to all of the former teams that played here for the WISL, and that is Vancouver Lightning, the FC Olympia Artesians, South Sound FC, the Tacoma Stars Reserves, Ole Penn Force, Narrows, Snohomish Steelheads, Snohomish Skyhawks, Snohomish Sky, Sporting Everett, Everett City FC, Wenatchee Fire, Bellingham United, the Portland Blacktails, and the old school Arlington Aviators. Man, there's some awesome names in there. And you think back to the old days of the WISL. Inception was 2014-15 season. You know, teams like Wenatchee Fire or the Arlington Aviators, you know, Sporting Everett, you really think about some of those teams and how they're not around anymore, and just the changing communities of indoor soccer. You know, Wenatchee doesn't have indoor soccer anymore. Olympia doesn't have indoor soccer anymore, and it's really important that you support these local soccer teams, these clubs, these semi-professional and pro-am organizations. Make sure you keep the lights on, support them. If you're a business owner, general manager, you're in a position to sponsor these teams. These teams, they don't pay enough to keep the lights on just from ticket income alone. If you can sponsor a team, do it. Find them on Instagram. Find the information on their websites. Get a hold of folks. Sponsor these teams. It really goes a long way. Inspire the next generation of players. There's a lot of kids in the crowd here. They're looking at these guys. A lot of these guys played high-level college. Some of them played pros. They're really experts and connoisseurs on the ball. And just make sure that you support local soccer. Speaking of Willie Spur, I'm looking down here on the glass over here on the north end of the Showwear Center. Willie Spur making his way, getting ready for the Major Arena Soccer League match after this, the pro match, and he's giving high fives, saying hi to everyone. He was a WISL standout leading goal scorer and has been a pro, never looked back for several years now. Willie Spur, a Stars MASL pro player. Nicasio with the ball, and yes, we have begun play in the second half. I just keep talking, so bear with me. 14-26 here in the third period. 3-1, the 10th WISL Cup final in the Western Indoor Soccer League history. And folks, I would say if you're tuning in, especially if you're from Whatcom County and you're cheering on the Hammers on this broadcast, hope we see a fast start from Rich Henderson and the boys. Henderson, MVP of the WISL, announced yesterday. Was also part of the first team offense. Rich Henderson, 20 goals, 17 assists, but followed closely by standout hammer Christian Caro. But not a whole lot of buzz from them today as Henderson happens to swing the ball across the field. John Lofstrom tries to make a play on it, but a big foul against Chris Lozano, and the Stars are going to get a free kick. But yeah, some of the two highest producing offensive players, a little quiet today for the Hammers. Henderson with 20 goals, Christian Caro with 17 goals in the regular season, both not on the board today. So hopefully the second half is different for the Hammers. But Stars, no stranger to having a lead in the WISL Cup final, having won the last 3 championships here in the WISL. Well, folks, we're going to look at the tally on that live chat to see who you thought was the first half MVP. And nothing? All right, we got nobody. Nobody voted for our first half MVP. Thanks for participating, folks. It's all about participation on a stream like this. But we don't see any votes here for a first half MVP, but thanks so much for tuning in. Alrighty, folks, we're back here. Sorry, announcer had to take a little break. I was coughing a little bit too much, so had a little sip of water. Anyways, we're back here, 11:36 in the third period here at the WISL. And sorry, folks, I know I said comment in the chat, but I'm not sure that we're able to do that right now, so we're having technical difficulties. Danny Minetti playing up to Luis Bureta. Bureta trying to wave and find somebody up top. Finds Tetsuka. Tetsuka looked like he took that right off the shoulder and brought it down. Takil Spence into the corner. Tacoma knocking here in the third period, 10:58. Hammers steal the ball, trying to make a run for it. Carl sending it out wide. I see some new faces here on the field, a little bit more action for the Hammers. Trying to make it across the midfield here. Tetsuka ends up with the ball, passing to Kale Spence. Spence playing it out wide to Mark Lee. Mark Lee going to find Luis. Luis going to come up to his second favorite spot on the field. That's the halfway line. Sends it way in the corner to Tetsuka. Tetsuka goes right over his head into the corner. Hammers clear it errantly all the way back to A.J. Nitzel. Nitzel finding Mark Lee down on the right side of the field. Hits it against the wall. Riley Little trying to make a play. But it luckily cleared out here by the Hammers. Hammers trying to find some daylight. Aiden Fernandez was getting hammered there. And a foul on the field. And it's going to be a free kick Hammers here at the 10:06 mark in the third. Alrighty, folks. We have a free kick over here from the Hammers. 3-1 here at the 10:06 mark. Power play for the Stars here. They're playing a man down, only 4 players against Bellingham's 5 field players. And looks like we have a shot into the middle. Oh, and it's a goal! Number 10, Christian Caro. No stranger to scoring goals. A big one here in the 10-minute mark. 3-2. Closing the gap for the Hammers. Christian Caro, big power play goal. Stars playing a man down. Crucial goal for the Hammers. And that's exactly what Bellingham wanted to start this second half. Thank you so much for tuning in. John Lofstrom, number 22, waving to the few hundred people that are sitting here on the camera side. There's a ton of people over here watching this championship, trying to raise the level of the cheers here from the Bellingham fans. 3-2 here, 9:30 left in the third period. Stars with the ball at full strength after that power play goal. Gilday Leluz sending it to Mark Lee. Mark Lee to A.J. Nitzel. Nitzel trying to find the post up forward to Gilday Leluz. Intercepted by Bellingham. Bellingham coming down the right side. Coming down to the Lofstrom. Lofstrom tries to send it across, but stopped by Mark Lee. Mark Lee sends it up to DeLuna. DeLuna trying to find some space over to Manny Nicasio on the far left. Nicasio playing it safe. Sends it back to Minetti. And Minetti playing a little point guard here, trying to find Luz's feet. Gill plays it back to Rainier. Rainier's at the half line. 3-2 here at the 8:50 mark here in the third period. Tight game against two regulars here at the WISL Cup final. And it looked like a little handball there, no call, but Minetti takes the ball. A big challenge there from John Lofstrom. Takes an elbow in the face, and he gets up, but he looks like he got a wrap right on the mouth. And a big shot coming from Cale Spence, but goes just right of the goal. And Stars end up with it. They're going to restart. Habib Berry holding on to it, sends it to the side to Gil De La Luz. De La Luz trying to make a play in the corner. Sandwiched in there by the Hammers, and there's a clearance. John Lofstrom still holding his face on a big challenge. It looked like he got an errant elbow, possibly. His mouth is definitely hurting. Hopefully we've got an athletic trainer here at the ShoWare Center. And Lofstrom makes his way off into the bench, and hopefully he gets looked at. Stars with the ball, 7:50 here in the third period. Rainier with the ball, sending it down to Habib Berry. Habib makes a turn! Oh, he had daylight, but stuffed by the Hammer defense. And the Hammers are making a break for it. 2v2. Sebastian Kent, oh, he just shoots it. And unlucky there, hit it right at Luis Biretta. Easy save for Luis for the Stars. Throws it out, and just like that, Stars have the ball again. Mark Lee playing it out wide in Nicasio. Nicasio looks hungry, taking it towards the board into the corner. Making a break. Oh, and a sliding foul. Hammers fouling. Immediate blue card. Goal scoring opportunity as Nicasio rounded the edge there and had daylight in the final third. Big foul. And that, folks, is a tough break there. We're going to see a power play. Bellingham's going to be down a player. And Stars trying to add on to their goal tally for the day. 3-2. Stars winning 7:15 mark. On. All right, Stars moving around the horn here on the power play. Steve Moan playing the point. Trying to find Cale Spence on the left side. And a big play by there. Elliot Raines almost got the ball. Elliot Raines, number 17 for Bellingham Hammers on the power play. Stars going down low to Nitzel. Nitzel trying to work it around the top to Moan. Moan over to Spence. Spence looking for the shot. Oh, sends it down into the low post into DeLuna. DeLuna, little clearance from the Hammers, and Moan, 27, trying to make his way upfield. Isidro Prada Huerta on the right side. Isidro Prada Huerta, no stranger to the power play goals here on this right side. Deadly strikes from Isidro. And boom, there looked like a big hit on the Bellingham player Elliot Raines as he got a crucial tackle, and a blue card comes out against the Stars, and we're going face up. We're both teams down a player, and not what the Stars wanted here with 6:23 left on a power play that should have ended up in a goal scoring situation for the Stars, but now we're heads up, folks.
Number 82, Cale Spence, 2 minutes for stopping a promising attack. Tackle the penalty, 8:37.
All right, folks. DeLuna ending up with the ball, number 26. Hammers trying to make something happen. Christian Caro moving across the back. Playing the ball right a little, resetting over here for the Bellingham Hammers. And, yeah, maybe some cough drops should be thrown up here. Thank you so much, Brad. But my voice has been gone for weeks. As everybody knows in the PNW, it has gone around. I hope you're feeling okay at home with the influenza or norovirus. But I lost my voice 2 weeks ago. I haven't gotten it back. That's not a symptom. Somebody WebMD me. Hammers going into the corner here. Rich Henderson trying to make a play on the ball. Manetti shielding him off. Luis Birrieta ending up with the ball, passing it down low to Nicasio. Nicasio passing it out wide to Lozano. Lozano trying to find some daylight up to A.J. Nitzel. Tried to careen it off the wall to him. Didn't happen. Little line shift or a change in the personnel here. And Stars looking to hit the reset button. Manetti over to Mark Lee. Lee trying to find somebody. Back to Manetti. Manetti to Nicasio. Still 4v4 here. Both teams down a player from crucial blue cards. Some big hits. Stars has 3 players in the back defensive third. Only one in the offensive third. Just fine with playing a little possession here at the 4:30 mark here in the third period. Oh, and the Hammers get a crucial tackle here. Oh! Hammers trying to make an early play to Christian Caro, but just off the side of his foot and into the Stars. Luis throws the ball way up into the other side of the field. And the Hammers are at full strength. 5 on 5 now, folks. Hammers trying to make something happen here in this offensive third. Caden Seiler trying to play the ball. Gus Deal, little tough ball, but Nicasio ends up with it, trying to send it off the wall. Little's way out of the box, trying to make a play on it. Nicasio shielding it off. Almost made a big play there, but Little with a veteran goalkeeper move, playing outside of his box with his feet, using his whole body, defending that goal at all costs. Big play by Riley Little from Bellingham. 3-2 here in the 3:20 mark here in the third period. And Little moving his way up the field, trying to play it down low into Ivan Collin. Collin sends it out wide to Gus Deal. Gus Deal into the corner. Deal ends up with it. Oh, we got a foul. A lot of physical play, probably down in the low post. We think the comments are back on, so if you want to vote for your first half MVP, put it in the chat. A lot of goals scored. Habib Berry, A.J. Nitzel, Steve Moan, and Judas Strait. Also some solid goalkeeping. Let's put some nominees in there for the first half, as we think the chat is back on. Steve Moan on a power play against Bellingham Hammers right here. 2:40 left in the third period. Moan playing the point here on the power play. Sends it into Spence on the left side. Spence sends it to DeLuna. Far low left. Sends it across to Isidro Prado Huertas playing on the right side of the power play. Back up to Moan. Moan had a little daylight there. But Elliot Rains really quick to close down the gap. DeLuna sends it into the Bellingham defender. Power play continues. Spence looking for an opening to DeLuna. DeLuna to Moan. Moan looking to the right side to Isidro Prado Huerta. Looking for the left-footed shot. Cleared out. Moan ends up with it. Cale Spence moving on. Sends it over to Isidro Prado Huerta. Looking for the quick shoot, scores! Isidro Prado Huerta with a power play ripper in between the wickets of a Bellingham player into the near post goal. 4-2, 1:56 left here in the third period. Crucial goal for the Tacoma Stars here in the waning minutes of the third. Isidro Prado Huerta scoring in the semifinal last weekend against Everett City FC. Similar position. But a big rip from Isidro Prado Huerta, who's in his 4th championship for the Tacoma Stars. The guy is lights out, no stranger to this space. Nicasio for the Stars ends up with the ball so fast, sprints down that side, gets to Rainier. Rainier sends it off the post. Comes out wide. Stars are knocking again. Rainier puts it off the wall. Wide open into the big save. Riley Little. Huge save. Point blank shot from Manny Nicasio. Gets stopped by Riley Little. An amazing goalkeeper. Big save. Stars are knocking, looking for that 5th goal in this 3rd period. Bellingham working the ball around, trying to liven the opportunities up here. Rich Henderson calming them down, gets up into the post forward position as he tries to work his way down into the final 3rd here for Bellingham, and it is tackled and taken away, just stripped by Chris Lozano. Stars end up with it, and the Hammers are getting a little quiet over here. Jonathan Leading taking the ball down for the Stars, trying to make a move, takes a shot, goes off the wall. Riley Little makes a play off of it as it ricochets off the near post wall, and Little makes a play on it. Great goalkeeper from Little as the poor guy is getting peppered here in the 2nd half, making a lot of saves. Hammers trying to make something happen. 15 seconds left in the 3rd period. 4-2, Stars leading. 10th WISL Cup anniversary. Who's going to take home the trophy? Big steal from the Hammers. He might be alone. He passes it around. Oh, and a big foot save from Luis Beretta against Christian Caro. Caro thought he had it for sure in the final seconds of the 3rd period. And a massive save from the WISL goalkeeping MVP, Luis Beretta. And that, folks, is how you make a huge save at a crucial time. 4-2 here in the start of the 4th period here in a couple minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Alrighty, folks, we're back here at the ShoWare Center. Really want to thank you for tuning in to this special broadcast by the Western Indoor Soccer League in its 10th year. Inception 2014-15 season. A lot of great teams have passed through here. Want to thank all of those former teams. Again, Vancouver Lightning, FC Olympia Artesian, South Sound FC, Tacoma Stars, Holy Penn Force, Narrows, the Steelheads, the Skyhawks, the Sky, all from Snohomish, Sporting Everett, Everett City FC, Wenatchee Fire, Bellingham United, Portland Blacktails, and the Arlington Aviators. We also want to thank the WISL leadership. WISL leadership is super crucial to a functioning league. We got a president, John Crouch, long-time whistle leader here, started South Sound FC years ago, also was a part of the Stars organization. J.J. Snyder, VP of competition, one of the pro head officials in the MASL, and definitely a fearless leader on the whistle side of things. So, folks, thank you so much for putting on the league, and make sure you give the Whistle some props for providing the space and the management for a league like this. And we are off with a 14:50 count here in the fourth period. Do or die for your Bellingham Hammers out of Whatcom County. 4-2 Stars leading. Some crucial goals from the Stars on a power play earlier from Isidro Prado Huerta. Hammers really trying to make something happen. Playing a little defense here against the Stars as Luis Bureta makes his way towards the half line again. Trying to find a low corner hit to Tetsuka. Tetsuka to Gil. Gil couldn't take it, but looks like the Hammers almost got the ball at the half line. Rainier ends up with it, sends it careening downfield to Gil De Luz. Gil De Luz tries to cut it into the middle. Now they're just up against the board, slamming around, but the Hammers end up with it, trying to make a break. Elliot Raines, number 17, ends up with it. Passing down to Riley Burry-Brown. Brown to Deal. Deal trying to find something. Daylight sends it over to Riley Little, who's been busy today. A lot of huge saves from Riley Little. Whistle veteran goalkeeper out of Bellingham. Hammers trying to make something happen. Big shot blocked by Danny Minetti. Luis Bureta ends up with it, sends a big ball down into the corner to Nicasio. Nicasio trying to look like a wide receiver in a football game, making a deep route. Hail Mary of sorts. But gets stopped, but the Stars end up with the clearance. Luis Bureta to Lozano. Lozano playing down low to DeLuna. DeLuna can't track to where that ball was headed. Little ends up with it. 4-2 left here. 12:50 left in the fourth period. 4-2 Stars. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. Make sure you go on Instagram and Facebook. Follow Western Indoor Soccer League. It's at Whistle Soccer on Instagram. Live updates. Keep track of what's going on in the off season. Thank you so much for supporting local soccer. Hammers trying to make something happen. Low pass into the corner to Salisbury. Salisbury back out to Spencer Wolf. Wolf trying to make something happen. Has a captain's armband on. Playing over to Flavin. Flavin back out. John Lofstrom, a little quiet today. Had 2 goals in the semifinal last weekend against South Sound FC, but today a little quiet. And a big play against the Hammer side. Shoots! Luis makes a big save. Pot it right back into the Hammer forward. But the ball unluckily hits up into the netting above the goal. Hammers had a real shot right there. The Stars ends up with it. Big toss from Luis Bureta up to Habib Berry. Habib Berry moving to Spence. Spence sends it off the wall. No one there for the Stars. Stars ends up with it. Jonathan Leading ends up with it into Chris Lozano. Lozano makes a move past Lofstrom. Lofstrom into the corner to Habib Berry, but Riley Little unluckily tried to clear it, and it looked like it hit the glass, but the ref thinks it hit the netting, and looks like the call is going to be that it went off the netting and not the glass. Bellingham doesn't like it, but the Stars will take it. Moves back to A.J. Nitzel. Nitzel makes a move, makes another move, cuts it back. Man, he has got twinkle toes, boy. Look at that guy's Flintstone bowling. A.J. Nitzel, man. Down low to Habib Berry. Habib Berry tries to lay it off to Lozano, but intercepted by the Hammers over here, trying to make a play downfield, but the Stars are just nonstop in their face. Lozano cuts it back, restarted it to A.J. Nitzel. Nitzel, regular season leading goal scorer for the Stars, also has a goal tonight. 15 on the year for A.J. Nitzel, and he has got a lot of championships under his belt. He is a veteran of the show of sorts for here, the Tacoma Stars reserves. Nicasio with the ball. Stars look like they're just playing as happy, holding on to this ball for possession. Luis Biretta coming to the half line again. Plays at the post up forward to Beebe. Barry sends it to Nicasio. Nicasio rips it off the Hammer defense. Stars very organized in their attack. Barry ending up with it, going to send it back to Rainier. Rainier, number 14, going to move his way down, resets to Minetti. Minetti to De La Luz. De La Luz, little action there with a little physicality. Hammers almost got the ball, but the ball careens out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be a Stars free kick. Mark Lee putting the ball down right between the benches, sends it over to Rainier. Rainier over to Lee. Lee looking for down below to Tetsuka. Big hit. Thought it might go the other way there, but Bellingham ends up with the free kick. Aiden Fernandez over the ball, passing it to Wolf. Wolf with the ball, trying to find Rich Henderson up the field, who's sitting behind Manny Nicasio, the last defender. Wolf still trying to find something. Sends it way deep into the corner, just outside of Rich Henderson's reach. Nicasio ends up with the ball as Henderson and the Hammers try and hold him into the corner, but the ball squirts out over to Luis Biretta, and he sends it way downfield, trying to find a streaking Manny Nicasio. But Hammers end up with it. Christian Caro sending the ball down the line, trying to find Rich Henderson. Rich Henderson gets fouled by Mark Lee. Referees call it free kick, Hammers. 8:33 left here in the fourth period. Do or die for the Bellingham Hammers. 4-2 Stars. No lead today for the Bellingham Hammers as Habib Berry opened the scoring early and haven't looked back. A couple power play goals. Hammers trying to make something happen here. Wolf sends it on. It looked like an accidental hit that maybe was trying to get to Rich, but happened to hit up into the goalkeeper. Oh, and a big hit on the Hammer defender over here, but no call, but maybe an advancement call here as Hammers make it up the field, but errant touches there from Flavin. Stars end up with it. Cale Spence all alone for the Stars, trying to find help. Oh, sick move. Turns around, spins around, ends up with the ball. The Stars still end up with it. Jason leading with it to Lozano. Lozano trying to find De Luna down low, intercepted by Wolf. Wolf trying to find something in the middle, and a big hit to Flavin, but just out of reach to Minetti. And Minetti lets it roll all the way to Luis Biretta. And a timeout here by the Tacoma Stars with 7:12 left in the fourth. 4-2 Stars lead. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we've kind of gone through those first half MVP nomination comments. It looks like there's some buddies in the stands watching into the broadcast. And, you know, due to a popular vote, plus a vote by the local staff here, A.J. Nitzel's righteous first goal of the day as he cut up the Hammer defense and makes his way into the near post for a slotted home goal. A.J. Nitzel, we're going to give you the MVP of the first half here at the WISL Cup Final, the 10th anniversary Cup Final. And here we are, we're back on after a timeout. 7 minutes left in the fourth period. Tacoma Stars up 4-2 over the Hammers. DeLuna with the ball down low. Cleared out by Caden Seiler of the Hammers. Hammers trying to make something happen. Fernandez trying to make his way down the field, trying to find someone down below, but Stars immediately take the ball and clear it back out into the Hammer defense. Caden Seiler plays it to Gus Deal. Deal trying to find something happening for the Hammers in these final moments of the championship. These teams met here last year, actually have met multiple years in a row. Stars have won the last 3 championships here. And folks, we would like to see this gap maybe get a little closer just to have a little fun, but Stars running away with it here as Nicasio tries to make something happen to Lozano, but intercepted by Bellingham. Riley Little ends up with the ball. Keeper for the Hammer has been busy today. A lot of shots, a lot of saves. Big clearance from Deal all the way down the field, but cleared out by Mark Lee, the Stars defender, as Lozano fights for the ball for the Stars, ends up getting to Habib Berry's feet and restarting for the Stars. Mark Lee over to A.J. Nitzel. Nitzel to Luis Buretta, the goalkeeper for the Stars. Luis sends it way into the corner to Berry. Berry brings it down, trying to find somebody to pass it off to, but looks to just send it way back to a very relaxed Tacoma Stars goalkeeper. Rainier sends it to De La Luz. De La Luz tries to make a play off the wall, but just a little short on the wall dribble. John Lofstrom was trying to get a call. Cale Spence sends up the shot. Score! Cale Spence with a dagger. Nothing Riley Little could do on that. Cale Spence takes the lead to 5-2, increasing that 3-goal differential now here with 5 minutes to go in the fourth period. And folks, looks like the Tacoma Stars might be running away with this WISL Cup final, the 10-year Western Indoor Soccer League anniversary. And the Tacoma Stars have showed up. They didn't get dressed for nothing, as Cale Spence has definitely been a player to watch in this postseason for the WISL, scoring 2 goals in the semifinal. And today sends a dagger in the far corner for the Stars. 4:39 left here in the fourth period. Hammers trying to fight it. Big shot from Wolf, but blocked by the Stars, trying to have an immediate turnaround, but a foul. And Lozano hits back into Fernandez. Little playing way up on the field has stripped his gloves off his hands and is playing a sweeper keeper as Luis makes a run and he's going to shoot, and he sends it up into the right side. And Luis tries to chip Riley Little here with 4 minutes left in the fourth period here in the championship. And a big clearance from Cale Spence as the Hammers are trying to put all of their offensive power into the Tacoma defensive third. Hammers need to get on the board fast. Lozano strips the ball from Fernandez, tries to play a wall pass to Spence, but ends up to Rich Henderson, but Rich Henderson loses it. And the Stars are streaking. Lozano tries to play it off the wall, but into Riley Little's hands, and without his goalkeeper gloves. Passes it down into Wolf. 3:22 left here in the fourth period, and we, folks, are moments away from crowning the WISL champion of the 2024-25 season, the 10th year. Hammers score! He sneaks it in off the near post. 3:08 left in the fourth period, and the Hammers have life. Kevin Flavin just kind of took a casual shot and just found its way into the near post. Goal Hammers. 5-3. Stars lead with 3 minutes left in the fourth period. Kevin Flavin, a veteran of the Bellingham Hammers, scores a crucial goal for this Bellingham United team that is so desperately needing a lot of offensive power here in the last couple minutes. And we have a timeout on the field from Bellingham. We'll take a short 30-second break. 5-3 Stars lead with 2:54 left in the fourth period. And folks, in the stands over here, John Crouch, WISL president, with a special trophy as he is getting ready to crown the champs here in a little bit. Hopefully scrolling around doing good things on his phone. John Crouch, WISL president, going to be crowning a champion here in 2:40 here in the fourth period, the 10th anniversary trophy. In safe hands right now as Tacoma Stars chips the goalkeeper, just off the post on the left side. Cale Spence almost gets it to 6-3 as the Bellingham Hammers are trying to push as many resources as they can up the field to close this gap. 2-goal difference, 2:20 left in this fourth period. Hammers, Flavin again tries to make it happen, but big clearance from Mark Lee in the backside of the Tacoma Stars defense. Kevin Flavin is snuck in a little casual shot a little earlier to get the goals to 3. Flavin takes another cutback, but Stars make a run for it. Nicasio's alone. He shoots! Just off the side of the board. Nicasio is looking for daylight here as Riley Little is way out of position, trying to put all they can into that final offensive third. Nicasio sends it way off to the side. Little takes a shot but goes off the Stars defender. 1:30 left in the fourth period. Hammers in this championship. Rich Henderson gets stripped by Chris Lozano. Lozano shoots. Goal! Tacoma Stars with 1:20 left. Buries a shot home as Hammers tried to play with a little bit more offense here in the waning moments. And that, folks, is likely the bow on this game as Tacoma Stars increase their lead 6-3 with 1:15 left in the fourth. Goalkeepers switching out again. They keep going back and forth. for the Hammers. Big shot from Christian Caro off the back of his own forward. 55 seconds left here. Nicasio once more for the Stars. Passes it down wide into Spence. And a big hit from Fernandez. And he's going to get an automatic blue. And folks, that about sums up today's game in a lot of ways, because that one is probably going to be one of the last things that we see here in this game, as the Bellingham Hammers are going to go to man down with 50 seconds left and down 3 goals. Stars about to get the final whistle and get their 4th straight championship win here in the Western Indoor Soccer League. It's such a fantastic year for the Stars, undefeated, did not lose a single game, had a couple close calls. One goal game against Vancouver. Vancouver on the road was a tough team towards the end of the WISL season, and Stars haven't looked back. There was a really tight semifinal game. Everett City FC probably posed the biggest challenge to the Stars in the postseason, having just lost that game 4-3. But today is spelled S-T-A-R-S, as this game is winding down in the final seconds, and a massive hit tackle from Steve Moan. And the crowd is going nuts here. About 300 folks going nuts over here on the camera side, cheering the Stars on as Elliot Raines was about to have a final hit on the goal. But that's it, folks. We are at the end, and your Tacoma Stars have won the 10th anniversary WISL Cup final, as the president of the Western Indoor Soccer League, John Crouch, walks onto the field with a box full of championship tees and a trophy that's going to have the Stars' name on it for 2024-2025. Thank you so much for tuning in. From all the folks of Whatcom County and Bellingham Hammer fans, tough break today in the championship. Appreciate you tuning in and be a supporter of local soccer. Make sure and go to the Bellingham Hammers Instagram and their website. Find out when their next camps, clinics, and their tryouts for the Evergreen Premier League for the outdoor season coming right up around the corner. Make sure to support local soccer. You're a GM or owner and you're on this broadcast, find a way to sponsor teams, support local soccer. They can't do it without the generous local business sponsors in all these communities. Tacoma Stars players are clapping to all the supporters in the stands for the Stars. We see a few hundred folks looking like look at the big old crowd. Look at Danny Minetti, got a big old crowd section over there as supporters. And the trophy ceremony is going to be taking place here. We're going to stay on the broadcast to the bitter end. As the Stars pro team enters the field, they look like the Seattle Seahawks. Roman Torres looks like he's a down lineman for the Seahawks over here. Look at that guy, number 29. If the camera can head over to this side of the field and look at the Tacoma Stars pro team is about to take on San Diego in a pro game here that you can find on an MASL channel. But here, folks, this is what you could do in this league. If you're good enough, you play well in the WISL, you can get a shot to play at the Pro Arena League, and that, folks, is the next team up to play here in the ShoWare Center. Roman Torres, Willie Spur, Nick Pereira, a lot of household arena names. So here's your Western Indoor Soccer League champions, the Tacoma Stars Reserves. Fantastic goals, Steve Moan, Habib Berry, AJ Nitzel, Isidro Prado Huerta. A lot of great goals. Cale Spence snuck one in at the end of the game. And there's the celebration, folks. Your Tacoma Stars Reserves, 4th WISL champion in a row. Look at them having a ton of fun in the middle of the field. Adam Becker, head coach for the Tacoma Stars Reserves. And that Stars group is excited. The 10th Whistle Cup final won here at the coveted Showwear Center in Kent, Washington. And that, folks, brings us to the end of our broadcast. Thank you so much. My name's Ryan Perkins, owner at FC Olympia, and I appreciate you guys supporting local soccer. Thank you to Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media and all the wonderful techs here that put this ground camera that we're getting wonderful field views for, our wide shot over on the center line over here, and just a wonderful crew putting this Western Indoor Soccer League Cup final broadcast to bed. Thank you so much, folks. Your Stars are your Whistle champions. Thank you so much.